Good evening, Gogglefrogs, and how are you? I hope you're having a fabulous, fabulous time, and this is our second Gogglefrogs of 2022. So,
No, it's not.
Is it not?
No, it's our third.
Oh, it's a third. It's my second. It's your third. See, all I can say is I'm glad that we have a Gogglefrogger, Brigitte, who's been to every single blinking Gogglefrog show that there is, even when she's had to go to hospital and stuff like that and dentist, she's still appeared and she keeps us in check and she lets us know exactly what episode it is, what show it is today. So anyway, hello, welcome. I'm Angela. This is the wonderful Robert and this is the wonderful Marion, and it's great. And we've got Jean here as well.
Hello, Jean.
Hi, Jean.
So we've got, as you can see, we've got a peace lily. We've got peace lilies there. So never mind. We'll work it out somehow. So anyway, welcome. And this is your Wednesday evening Gogglefrogs, which anything could happen. Now, I think I speak for myself and my mum that we are on gin and it. Robert is on a Coke, a Diet Coke. He's frozen.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay, he's back.
Yeah, sorry.
And Marion, what are you on this evening?
Well, it's clear.
It's water, isn't it? She's on the aqua again. So anyway, hello and welcome. We're the only ones having a tipple, but then again, we're from Yorkshire. So that's what people do from Yorkshire. We have a little tipple on a Wednesday night. So this is a
Only
show.
on a Wednesday?
No, I think it's any day of the week.
I was just going to say,
yeah,
come whenever you want.
Any day of the week. And the thing to remember as well in Yorkshire is somewhere in the world, it's always gin o'clock time. So just do whatever you fancy. So anyway, we haven't been together on a Wednesday night for a little while. So who knows what's going to happen? We can guarantee that there is going to be some conversation about yarn. There is going to be some conversation about alcohol. There will be technical glitches and we will chat for the next hour or so, and who knows what's going to happen. So I'm trying to think what we need to tell you. So there's a chat box on the right-hand side. We're going to read the chat box out because everybody gets a lovely little replay after the show as long as you're registered. But the one thing it doesn't record is the chat. So if you're watching it on replay, then hello, and we read out the chat box, and exactly the same for YouTube. All right. Although most people choose to watch the replays rather than bothering to go over to that YouTube world. And we, I don't know what else we're going to do. What have I forgotten, Robert?
Facebook.
Oh, we've got a Facebook group as well. Gogglefrogs Craft and Natter or Gogglefrogs, and you'll find us. So we've got a Facebook group. Ask to join it, and and we will say some good evenings very, very soon.
Hang on, you've forgotten your website.
Oh, Gogglefrogs or Gogglefrogs Craft and Natter.
No, your website.
Yeah, is it? Oh, I don't know what it is. I just go into the main site.
Gogglefrogs.co.uk.
Gogglefrogs.co.uk, and if you want to put in Gogglefrogs Knit and Natter, that'll get you there as well, because we've got two domains that actually go to the same site. I understand the technical bits, but remembering a website is a bit tricky after a gin. So that's that. So how are you today, Mariam? We haven't seen you for a little while.
I'm okay, thank you. How about you and your mum?
We're all right, aren't we?
Thank you.
And can I just say, I dropped a few things off for Marion earlier so that she can take them to school to be reused, etc., repurposed. And thank you. Sorry?
Recycled.
Recycled, yes, yeah. So thank you ever so much, because I dropped off some Christmas table decorations that I've had for a couple of years now, and some cards and things like that. And I actually came away with half a bottle of gin. So my mum's had some of that already. She thinks it's very nice. Marion didn't quite like it. Laura didn't like it either, but my mum thought it was very nice. Tutti frutti gin liqueur. You enjoyed it, didn't you? My mum's giggling now. Honestly, this is my first. But never mind, I'm all excited because
tomorrow you're going away.
I know. And I've even cleaned my car. Can you believe it? My car's been cleaned. So
Roberts
yeah,
is lovely and clean.
Sorry?
Roberts was lovely and clean the other day.
Oh, was it? Robert's car's always lovely and clean.
Immaculate, I think, is a word that springs to mind.
Oh.
No, it's
I even
not.
hoovered. Huh?
I said, no, it's not.
Robert, your standards of your cars are always really clean and tidy. Everything's perfectly placed. I've just found 5 coats in the back of my car. It's just like, oh, you know.
How many bags of yarn, though, did you find in the back of yours?
It depends what you mean by bags of yarn.
Okay. How many bags with a ball or more of yarn in? Or missing accoutrements of some sort of another?
2.
Oh.
Only 2. I think that's because most of them are in the back of Alan's car. Because I moved stuff from my car to his car, and he still keeps saying, "What's all this? You know what?" in the back of my car. It's just like, "Oh, it's okay, darling. It's okay." I moved the alcohol out.
I still can't knit, so I really managed to upset Richard big time this afternoon because I need my stash of material because I've got to do something. I'm going stir crazy, and of course. Guess why the stash of material was? Right at the back and the bottom. So everything had to come out. Everything.
It's when they actually realise what it looks like. Oh dear.
My tea's getting cold.
Oh dear.
Oh well.
But it's all done now and it's all put away. And the next thing I'll get is the garage is untidy, and it's my fault because I wanted the box of material.
Life is just too short.
You know that feeling, don't you, Robert?
Yeah, I've just scared myself because I haven't even thought about what I'm taking for the weekend project-wise and thought, right, I know what I want to take and thought, oh, that wall's right at the front of the mess or chaos that is my stash. And then I opened it up and then I put my hands on something and thought, I don't even remember getting that. And then I found something else and thought, I don't even remember where that came from.
Oh my word.
And
I didn't find what I was looking for.
Oh dear.
Well, you're welcome to come round here and see if there's anything in my stash.
Well, no, I wanted my Frogagoo. But do you think I can find it? No.
Are you joking?
There's some Frogagoo somewhere.
Frogagoo is one of our
what colours
Frogagoo of our hand dyed. We haven't got any Frogagoo left, have we?
I've got some, I'm sure. Okay. What colour is it?
What Frogagoo?
Actually, I'm not sure whether I've got Frogagoo or the musical interlude.
Yours was musical interlude, I think.
Oh, is it? Right, okay. I still can't find it anyway.
Who knows what we have in our stash?
I've got Frogagoo. I think.
Oh, what joy. Anyway, shall we say some good evenings? We're happily talking about stash. Let's face it, every yarn lover's I think the proudest thing that we have is not these beautiful items of clothing, shawls, things that we make. Our pride and joy is that stash that could be in an office, in a garage, in cupboards. And can I just say, if you've got it in your freezer, then you really have a serious issue. But never mind, wherever your stash is, I think it's the proudest thing that we possess, isn't it? We love our stash. So every time we look at the blinking thing, like you've just said, Robert, we discover things and you think, where did I buy that? I don't even remember that. I was thinking about, I need to get two balls of wool for this weekend. And I thought, I'll probably take what I inherited.
I had my garage sorted. Now I'm in the spare bedroom and I happen to know I've got.
Oh, that's nice.
This is.
What blanket kit is that, Marion?
This is Delft Rose Garden in Bloom by Katie Mulliner.
Oh,
I've never even heard of her.
Oh, it's a
Is
Janie
that a
Crow.
crochet?
It's Janie Crow.
Ah, from Janie Crow, sorry. Yeah.
Let me see if I can find a date on it. Well, you
I was
go
gonna
ahead
say,
and find out where everybody is and what have you, and I'll see if I
is
can
that the
find a date.
lockdown one? Because one of hers came out when we went into lockdown. Was it about June, July? Not last year, but the year before. Isn't that weird? We've been in lockdown for spanning 3 years now. Wow. Right, okay, so let's say some good evenings. We're small but perfectly formed today. So hello, Lindy. I hope you're well, Lindy. I hope you're all packed. Hello, Linda P. I hope you're all ready as well. Sorry?
I said hello and hello. Sorry.
Hello. Oh, hello. Hello, Jane. Yeah, sorry, my lenses aren't working very well this evening. Hello, Jackie. Hello,
Hi, Jackie.
Georgie.
Hi, Georgie.
Hello, Brigitte.
Hi,
And hello, Mum.
Hello, Angela.
Hi, June.
And Robert and Marion. So lovely to see you. And is everybody watching? No, Georgie's not coming with us, but is everybody else coming to Sheringham?
Jane's not.
Jane's not. So not everybody is. But we now have one sleep until we go on our knitting retreat. That was supposed to happen last January. So this is really exciting. And Marion, are you ready to drum roll? Tell us when this was from.
It's not as bad as I thought it was. 2019.
It is. It's the one that she launched as we went into lockdown.
No, before we went into lockdown, 2019.
Oh gosh, yeah, 2009. We're in 22, aren't we? Yeah, 2021, 22. Yeah, thank you.
So it would have been brand new then.
All right.
I wonder what the price is now.
I don't know. Can they even get hold of it anymore? Because so many things are either out of stock or they can't get colours anymore. So you've really got to grab things when you can see them, haven't you?
You've got to leave your house and go wandering.
You have, yeah. Get out there and wander around and go shopping.
Right. Shall we catch up with some chat and then do some music?
That would be lovely because I can't even see the chat. Sorry, the light's in my eyes and there's no way I can see that with my lenses in.
That's all right. Right. So Jackie says evening all. Brigitte says evening peeps 3:05. We'll pause that for a second. Georgie says evening. Jackie says nice to hear you have your voice back, Angela. And hello, Jean. Brigitte says she's brought her mate Jim. Linda says sorry I'm late. Quart into a pint pot going on here. Larger case required. Okay. Brigitte says clean the car when you get back. Yes, good idea. Lindy says good evening. Just finished listening to a talk from the Royal School of Needlework. Oh wow, what was that about?
That sounds exciting.
Lindy says she's just been looking for yarn to cast on a new project to work on this weekend. And Janice says, whoops, just spotted the reminder, 8:10. Oh, sorry, it's late. Sorry it came out late. So I have a bone to pick with everybody.
Oh.
It's my fault completely, but I have a bone to pick with everybody.
Oh
so,
dear.
You know how when you start one job, it leads to remembering something else, which then leads to you needing to do something else before you can finish the first job that you started.
Yeah.
So today I'm sitting there frantically trying to work on the last minute details for the weekend. And the reminder pops up in my email inbox about goggles for tonight. And I thought, right, okay, I'm going to upload the music while I'm working on job number 1 so that it's done and out of the way and I don't have to worry about it later. Anyway, job number 2, I go to the system and I go to put music on and I think, I'm sure lots of these pieces of music in my folder here we've played. So then that led to job number 3, which is the music tracker. The music tracker that I hadn't done since the end of September. So I then had to sit and watch the beginning of every single episode since September so I could put in what music it was. so that I then could delete out the music that I'd played. Now, here's my bone to pick with each and every single one of you. Okay, so on one of the episodes, I'd put the music was "Silence Is Golden." Okay, and then I'm watching back through, and "Silence Is Golden" was played, and I thought, why have I put it down for a different episode then?
Silence is golden.
And then I thought, no, that can't be right. I can't have played "Silence Is Golden" twice, so I deleted it out. To then discover, yes, I had actually played "Silence Is Golden" twice within 3 episodes of each other. And do you know what? In the second time I played it, nobody said we had that last episode or the episode before last. But then bugger me, I did the same thing the following week. I played the same piece of music 2 episodes back to back, and nobody said anything. Not a single word.
I didn't realise.
And that was the Lark Ascending.
Do you know what I thought he was going to do? And I thought he was going to have a go at you and me for talking too long before we played the music.
Because of the music, yeah.
No. I've got over that. About 100 episodes ago. It's just the fact that I played 2 pieces of music 4 times in 2 weeks.
2 weeks is a lot.
Well,
although in fairness, I was only there for one of them.
Well, maybe that's what's been happening. We've only been there for one, so it's been brand new to us, and nobody's had the heart to tell us, excuse me, I think your counterpart played this the other day. Yeah. Or maybe it's just music that I don't really know that much. Who knows?
And then, do you remember that episode that you started that you didn't do?
Yes. That I started, and then I went on to Facebook to do it.
Yeah. So I've counted that as an episode somewhere, and it's not. So we're not on 305. I have no idea what we're on. I've lost complete count now, and I wasn't going to go back and fix it because I had to get stuff done for the weekend.
Oh.
These can all be sorted afterwards.
Anyway, this evening's musical interlude is not a repeat.
It's not a repeat. Are you sure?
I'm definitely sure it's not a repeat because I'm up to date with the musical interludes now and my tracker. So this is it's a very, I would say, modernish piece of music. Linda, you definitely won't have heard it. Brigitte, I wouldn't have thought you'd have heard it. So enjoy. My suggestion for this is do not get out of your chairs.
I need to get the chicken out of the
Before we go to the music, can I just say there are a couple of comments that I must read out first. Lindy says, Robert, it just proves how very good your music choices are. And Brigitte goes, Robert, we all have senior moments.
I know.
They had to be done.
Senior moments.
Yeah, I think we should agree with that. Right, here we go, folks. Enjoy. I hope you really enjoyed that.
I loved that.
It was very good.
Who is it? And is it Japanese cartoon inspired, or I don't know, but I absolutely love that.
It's called Stomp, but I don't know who it's by actually. Let me have a quick look.
Is it STOMP?
Yeah. Let's have a quick look. I loved that.
I did. It's lovely.
Well, we've got my mum. She likes a bit of sash anyway. Club sash, like club music. She likes that one as well. So that's brilliant. My mum likes clump.
I've gone to clumping now.
Stomp.
I don't know. It's changed.
Percussion group originating in Brighton. Is this the one that uses the body and ordinary objects to create physical theatre? No, it can't be them.
No, that's not that one.
Sorry, I'm like reading it. I thought, hopefully they're not rude. Anyway, I absolutely loved that. Really, really enjoyed it, and I hope you all did too. So fabulous music. So Georgie said that was good. Good driving music. Is it good driving music though? It is if you're on an autobahn in Germany. But if you're
it's called Stomp on the Ground, and it's by the Italo brothers, but I've no idea who did the graphics for that one.
They're really good. Really, really good. They seem really quite Japanese cartoon inspired. So really good. So Georgie, if I had that on in the car, I would end up getting done for speeding. So that's why I have to be really careful if some of my favourite clubbing tracks come on. It's too easy in an automatic, it just is. And can I just say, it must be super, super, super hard if you're in a Porsche. Jackie says, great piece of music. And Lindy says, fabulous musical interlude. Love it, even though I've never heard or seen this before. I think that's everyone. Have you heard that before, Robert?
No, I hadn't heard it. Well, I think I had heard it, but I'd only heard it once or twice. And then I was looking for a different piece of music when I found that. I was looking for, there is a show called Stomp where they use recycled trash, basically. So bins, paint cans, to make music. And I was looking for something from that and then found that instead.
Yeah, we went to see the stage show. It was started, I think, in the mines in Africa, because that was their way of communicating.
Oh, really?
Using what they had, be it, as you say, tin cans on the railways or on the track or anything, and they would communicate that way.
Oh.
And from that came Stomp, and it became a stage musical. Richard and I saw it donkeys years ago in Brighton.
Oh,
So that's got to be easily 30 years ago, and it was fantastic, absolutely fantastic.
Amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I thought it was sort of reminiscent of that.
There's a lot of things like that now, though.
Well, I really enjoyed that. Yeah. So anyway, I was talking about exceeding speed limits, and that's the sort of music that makes me exceed speed limits, and not intentionally. Can I say? Linda P says Stomp used dustbin lids on their feet, I think, and Janice says saw that stage show in London as well. And Georgie is laughing. I think it's about me, and yeah, I've got to be really, really, really careful that I don't get trance or a little bit of Pete Tong when I'm in the car, because it can be really, really bad. It means that the more clubby the bee, the faster I go.
When you go doing,
when I'm driving, so you've got to be really careful with the music that when I'm driving. So
Pete Tong is playing at the O2 in December this year.
Really?
And
Should we go again?
Well, I went to buy tickets, but there's a tiny snag.
What's that?
It's on Gary's birthday.
Oh, no. You're taking Gary.
I was this close to saying, would you mind?
Does Gary not like them?
Right. No, it was fab. For anybody who wasn't around then or knows then, I was coming home one night, put some music on BBC Radio 2, and there was just this clubbing classic thing on, and it was just like, what on earth is this? It's fantastic. Everything I used to go clubbing to. And then at the end of it, it said it's Pete Tong. He has his Heritage, or is it the Heritage Orchestra? So anyway, I went and bought 2 tickets, thinking Alan could go. It was the following week or something like that. Anyway, Alan couldn't make it. So I rang Robert. I said, Robert, do you fancy going to a concert next week? And he went, yeah, okay. And I said, fine, it's in Birmingham. It's Pete Tong. And he went, okay. And he then mentioned to Gary. Gary said, you've never been to a concert in your life? And Robert said, I know. I don't even know who Pete Tong is. So anyway, we went to this concert, and I think Robert's opening phrase as it started was just, wow. So it was really quite incredible. And anyone who likes the a little bit of dance, Ibiza tunes, stuff like that, you really have to listen to Pete Tong. It's quite fantastic. Try and watch it on YouTube. It's brilliant.
I've never been to a concert either.
Have you not?
A festival? No.
Wow.
I missed out on the 70s. The 70s passed me by in a blur of marriage and motherhood.
Oh, very nice though.
That's how it was for us.
Yes, Jean, that's how it was.
Exactly the same.
Yeah, it was. It was. So
what made this worse though was it was in Birmingham, wasn't it? So we drove there and back, and I had to get up for a really major, important presentation the following day.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Did you do it?
I had about 4 hours sleep.
Oh,
he's an absolute love, isn't he, Robert? It's just like, and I wouldn't mind. I'd bought these on that website that you see the price of the ticket, and suddenly the price of the tickets quadruples with this booking charge. And it was just like, no, I want to go. I'm going. I don't care. And I kept going back in. It's just like, no, they're really expensive. Oh, to hell with it. So I just put, and I'd gone on my own. I really would. But fantastic. So anyway, Pete Tong. And I think that's up there with that. It's just like, do you know what? I really like that tune. So it's very seldom that I say I love the tunes, but I did
You've
that.
still got that same thing in your person now.
Ah, thank you.
You are.
Thank you.
It's still there.
I love a little bit of clubbing. So
Robert, doesn't Gary like Pete Tong?
I wouldn't know. I didn't really give him the option.
So are you going?
No.
It's his birthday.
Oh, is it?
Sorry, I'm distracted. No, because me and Angela have gone. If I go with Gary, it won't be the same.
Oh.
True.
Yeah.
Why do you separate it?
Yeah. But anyway, it's the only sort of music I really appreciate. It's all I will say. Although I am going to go and see an Audi at some point today. And I know she's not on tonight, but Dawn's daughter played a little bit of an Audi when she went to play on a piano in a piano shop. And I have to say, she played it beautifully, absolutely beautifully. So, yeah, he's a pianist. There's really amazing stuff. And you will have heard his stuff. He's used a lot on adverts and film credits and stuff like that, but he's amazing. He's from Italy. And I was going to book tickets to go and see him, but it's just, do you know what? If I go and see him, an Audi. And I thought, if I want to see him, I don't want to see him in the UK because our stadiums are just too big. I wanted to go over and see him in Italy or Munich. And then I thought, do you know what? I just can't guarantee that we aren't going to have a weird, I can't fly there. So never mind. I'll see him the year after. I'm sure he tours every year.
Well, you'll see him sometime.
Exactly. It's one of those things.
It'll happen.
Yeah.
Rita says that she went to the Beatles concert in Germany and one of the Barron Knights in Dubai. No idea who the Barron Knights are.
Oh, wow.
There were 5 of them. I think one has retired near here and has a cattery. And they did, oh, crikey.
Is that the same All Your Kisses for Me?
No, that was Brotherhood of Man.
People, isn't it?
Oh, that's Brotherhood of Man.
Oh,
yeah,
dear. I know my parents went to see them, so they'd be going a long time. And I found out the cost of that kit now is £47. Mine was 45.
Oh, that's not too bad then.
What was?
Barron Knights.
They did something famous.
Yeah. The Barron Knights are a British humorous pop rock group originally formed in 1959 in Leighton Buzzard.
How did we not know this? We only thought that we were famous in Le Buzz for Kajagoogoo.
Well, it sounds like we've got to have a Barron Knights twist on a yarn then.
What's one of their favourite songs, Marion?
Oh, crikey. Give me a mo. Let me read it.
Oh, she's very clever at it, isn't she? She remembers a lot.
Anyway, just to let you know, I know that this is a show about yarn. And I'll tell you something, we spin enough of them on this blinking show. But can I just say, I have been knitting a top-down cardigan. And by knitting a cardigan, it's all of 2 or 3 inches so far. But, you know, when you get to the point where you think, I got to learn something new. So, as part of it, because it's fine, delicate work, it recommends Japanese short rows. So I've never done Japanese short rows before in my life. And I am now
Never heard
learning
of Japanese short rows.
Huh?
Not heard of Japanese short rows. What are they?
Yeah, they're 4 different types. There's 4 different types of short rows, and you don't wrap. So on thicker wool, apparently, you know, all of the normal wrap and turn are fine, but on very, very fine, delicate stuff, they recommend the Japanese short rows because you don't wrap the stitch. So what you do end up with, and I'll just show you this. Hopefully I won't lose stitches. I'm sure I won't. Let me pull them off. I've got my chow goos. And what you actually do is you end up putting, using safety pins.
To do what?
To do them. So you go so far and then you have to purl it, and the yarn that you'd normally put round the stitch, you have to put a lockable stitch marker, or they're cheaper, aren't they? Just a little safety pin, and then you start going backwards. And I don't quite know how it works, but hey ho,
You'll find out.
I am learning something at the moment, and as you can see, this is really quite fine. It's so this is the little pattern. So it's beautiful. So that's the front. That's one of the front panels, and then the back has got that. But I've got my 4 stitch markers, but now I'm starting to have all of these little ones for the Japanese short rows. So it was, I'll just show you this. I'm sure everyone's seen this anyway, but this is the pattern. So that's it. And just because it's so fine, they recommend doing Japanese short row. But there are 4 different types. Let me just have so there's 4 different types. It says which method is best. And to be honest, it's really whichever one you fancy. But you have, so one method is, hang on a minute.
You've got one more.
Why does it say method 2 there? So Japanese short rows, yarn over short rows, German short rows, which I think most of us know, don't we? And love. Know and love. And the other one is wrap and turn. So there's wrap and turn, German, Japanese, and yarn over. And I'm sure people are going to say there's umpteen other different ways, but
I must admit, even if it tells me to wrap and turn as a short row, I will do the German short row.
Yeah, and
it gives a better finish. Well, I think it does.
Yeah, I normally default to that one, but in this, actually, this is a book that I bought a few years ago, and do you know what? This is another book that I bought from Barham U when they still had a shop, and it's by a lady called Carol Feller, and I think just about everything that she does is around short rows. And the lovely thing about this book as well is there's learn as you go projects. So at the beginning of the book, there are little projects. Hang on a minute. Where it shows you 4 different methods. Oh, sorry, you can't really see that very well, but it's got 4 different methods, and it says which method is best, and you can look at them and there isn't much difference, but there are 4 different methods, So you can have a little practice on a little bit of yarn first of all, and then go on and incorporate it into your project. So learning something new every month, I suppose. But they've got some lovely things in here, and one of the lovely, it's one that I'd like to do, but it's a centre out shawl.
Right.
That's quite, to me, that's quite, I know. I have no idea how you do something like that. Let me see if I can get the
Well, you
light.
start in the middle and go out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a big circly,
Almost
who
a spiral.
knows?
Spiral.
Yeah, it's like a
So you do the
spiral.
circle, then at one stage you then start to go straight.
So it's all, I've looked at it and it's just like, okay, I don't even know which ones they recommend in here, but yeah, I'm not too sure. But I've looked at it a few times and thought, that's lovely. It looks amazing. I think I need to do something with smaller chunks of short rows before I start that. Oh, and that uses German short row. So the one that we all love. And that's the other thing. So that's what the shawl looks like from the front. And then that's what it looks like on the back. So quite amazing. But
Yes,
it's really,
Georgie, I agree with you. Georgie says the pattern book looks lovely.
it does look lovely. And do you know what? Sometimes you've just got to bite the bullet. So I've had this for a couple of years, and I was waiting for the right yarn to do this cardigan that I wanted to do. And in the end, it was just like, do you know what? I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to get the undyed camel, which I absolutely love. And as you can see, that's the sheen you will get if there is light shining on it. You can't get sheen on anything else like you can on camel. So I've started knitting with it. So this has been, I don't know how many years I've had this book, probably about 4 or 5 years. Eventually got the right yarn, which is there. And you know what? When I'm knitting with this, it's like knitting with marshmallows. That's the only way I can describe it. The way how it just, I am sure that when I finish this cardigan, you know, they say about those, what are they? Those shawls that you can pull through a wedding ring. I am sure that this is going to be so fine that it is going to, the whole cardigan's going to go through something like that. It is so fine. It is just like air. It's beautiful. There you go.
Do you know what, Robert? I think Angela needs a job on QVC.
If I like something, I will rave about it. And I did like camel, and I've knitted with it once before. But honestly, as a garment, it is just beautiful. And I know that when I wear it, nobody else will ever know from a distance that it's camel, or how much it's cost, or how long it's taken. But I'll know, and it will just be amazing.
You're very clever.
Why are you chuckling, Robert?
Where is it?
Well, Robert, I've got the list of Baron Knight songs, and there's quite a lot of them, but one did sort of jump out of me, and it's called Get Down Shep. Now, you need to be of a certain age to understand that one.
Get Down Shep.
Shep. Robert, do you understand why that's such a...
I think it sounds
a
good.
big... why that was such a big thing and such a big hit? Do you know who Shep was?
Shep was the dog on Blue Peter.
Yes! Yeah.
What was it from?
That was it.
I don't know the song, but I recognised what it was.
Yes.
The saying what was on Blue Peter, Get Down Shep.
Yeah.
So,
Oh.
Brigitte's saying there's one called Call Up the Groups as well.
Yeah, and there's another one here, Doing What She's Not Supposed to Do.
Buying bloody wool.
That's exactly what I thought. So I think that could be a name, Robert. You know, for something really special. This is doing what she's not supposed to do, buying it.
Right. I've got wool, and it's in 2 boot boxes. I bought 3 pairs of boots, and I've got. Oh no, I've put it in 2 other boxes, so I've still got 2 boot boxes free to put more wool in.
You're terrible.
I know, yeah, absolutely.
Do I need to put an alarm on you for the weekend so when you go out and you go near one of the other shops?
Yeah.
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 And the title for the one after that is Back in Trouble Again.
That's mine.
And then the one after that is A Taste of Aggro. So we've gone from doing what you're not meant to do, you're now in trouble, and now it's aggro.
Oh, that's quite funny.
Oh, I don't mind that.
Yeah, that's funny. Sorry, I don't have
There you go.
I don't have a knitting needle. I've got a little itch on my back.
I think it's.
Can I show you something? It's not knitting or crochet, but can I show you something that of mine that you'll have never seen before?
Yes, please. We
never
love seeing things.
I've never seen anything. Can I come over?
Yeah, of course you can.
So, okay.
Hang on.
See.
There we
Can
go.
I see?
Fold you over.
Can I use this as well?
Yeah. Oh, what do you call those?
What is it?
It's got a nose. It's
He's,
like
he's one of those Scandinavian
that's it.
things that are used to protect the home.
He's a gnome.
Something like that.
Oh, bless.
Yeah, we have ugly plastic gnomes. In Scandinavia, they have those beautiful looking things.
But they have
Yeah.
a lot.
Sorry
I
for anyone
bought this
who
one in
has dark colour
Copenhagen.
gnomes.
And I love him.
Mm.
Oh, bless.
But you can't
You know the
knit
one that I
gnomes,
got?
can you?
No.
You know
Sorry,
the huge
Robert?
one you know the huge one that I
Warm,
got?
isn't it?
He's been outside my craft room since I got him. He's had to go up in the loft because apparently he's only supposed to be for Christmas.
Guess what?
Well, mine's protected by being in the cupboard.
Fine. It can go up in the loft then.
Oh,
But you know what Ollie is like with soft toys? I mean, he sees a soft toy.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
never touched this one.
Oh.
Never.
really good. Sorry, I've just got to be back in a minute.
So yeah, he's up here because he's going to go away.
Does he have a name?
No. He's just my Christmas gnome.
Oh.
And he's a lovely memory of Copenhagen when it was snowy and lots of lovely people and yarn shops and glug, mulled wine, mulled whatever it is they call it over there, and all the street vendors and the coffee, the unlimited coffee and the beer for Richard. Yeah, really nice city is Copenhagen. Everybody's so friendly. Have you been?
No.
No. Oh, no, Linda, they're not trolls. Not the Christmas ones. They're not trolls. Not in Denmark. In Norway, they have trolls. Yeah. And I've got a picture of an enormous great one, bigger than my granddaughter when she was 8. He was enormous. And we've got to stood next to him somewhere. Linda says she's sorry. Yes, I'm saying sorry to Mr. Gnome for you. Yes.
Well, I finally got round to counting all the stitches again on my shawl that disappeared for ages.
Oh, yeah.
And I've got an odd number, so I need to work out how I'm fixing that.
Oh,
Are you going to take that with you then?
Yeah, I did also remember the jumper because I do need help with the jumper. So, Lindy, Jackie, I need help, please. I just need to remember to find the book. Otherwise, it's not good.
It's always laughing, isn't it?
Oh, Georgie says, Robert, you're to tell Gary, gnomes are not just for Christmas, they are for life.
I love that. Absolutely love that.
Did I tell you I bought a snowman? I did,
No,
didn't I?
you're gnomes.
No.
You've got to
No.
tell Gary that your gnome is not just for Christmas,
well,
it's for life.
He's gone now. I'm going to go and get my snowman.
Oh, bless.
I've got a snowman as well somewhere. Where is he? A colleague made him for me before I retired. Oh, his waistcoat's come off.
Oh, bless.
Oh.
Oh,
His waistcoat. Yes, again, isn't it odd that none of the dogs we've had, all the cats, have ever shown the slightest bit of interest in these ones?
oh, that's good.
There's my snowman.
Oh, that's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. And they've come up. They're the only thing. They're the last things I put away after
Yeah.
Christmas.
Oh, fab.
Oh, I like that.
That's gorgeous.
He's cute.
Love that.
I love the smile. He's knitted, isn't he?
Crochet.
Yeah,
Crocheted. Oh, he's amigurumi. He can stay put.
Is that
Thank
a kit?
Yeah, 45 centimeters tall.
Oh, wow. That's nice.
Hang on. 20 centimeters is 8 inches, so he's about 16
1.5 foot.
inches.
Yeah, decent size. Yeah.
That's going to be a good old size, Robert.
Yeah, almost half a metre.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
It's lovely.
Yeah. yeah, almost as big as my canoe. Do you think you should do Facebook, Robert?
It's all about that. Can we just say
Yeah.
Saturday mornings, Gogglefrogs, we will put a note out that we are going to delay it slightly and start at about 10:30, 10:35-ish. So just to let you know, for Saturday, we are still going to do it. I will do Gogglefrogs, but I've been asked to delay it slightly.
What's
What's
the
up?
matter?
I've just seen the wall.
Is it thick?
Bernat. Bernat's nice, isn't it?
I think it's the thickness.
Oh, that might be all right.
How thick is it, Robert? What size hook?
10.
Oh, wow.
Amigurumi on 10.
That could be an amigurumi that can be
Oh,
done,
no.
actually.
8.
Oh, it's still big.
Oh, yeah, I've used an 8 before. Yeah. that'd be
Yeah.
No.
fine. I just
Oh,
hope
it'll
it's
be
not-
gorgeous. It'll be
Are you
lovely.
going to take him with you?
Oh, no. No, because if he goes with me, he will be frogged. And I'm not sure that it would be frogged easily.
Is Georgie going with you?
Is Georgie going? No.
Yeah.
No.
No, because she'd be there to help you. Oh, mind you, Trisha will be there to help you if something goes pear-shaped.
Oh, no, it's fine. I can do it. I you know me at Sheringham. I won't sit still.
I know you won't.
So anyway, right. Let's do Facebook. Let me just pull it up.
And Georgie says that she loves the snowman.
She loves Robert as well.
Yeah, there's nobody nicer than Robert.
Oh, did you hear that?
Oh, I did hear that. Thank you, Jean.
Well,
Totally unprompted. She loves you to bits as well.
I think it's lovely whatever he does. He gets it sorted out,
He does.
and it's lovely.
Right, let's catch up on Facebook. I love
And
this.
Georgie says she does.
Right, Deborah has posted this. My 2 oldest daughters and I are stitching a thread journal this year. I brought them the kits as one of their presents. We are all enjoying this very different project. This is the start of mine. Please don't judge the poor embroidery skills. I think that looks amazing.
And so do I.
So do I.
Yeah. I did have a look at the link that you've posted. I think it's a bit too adventurous for me, but I really did like it. Really did like it. Safi has posted 2 waves complete on my blanket.
That's
lovely.
unbelievable. The
I
That's
colour.
lovely.
I
Colour
can't even begin to think how you do that as crochet. That's just wow.
I have got a Fair Isle pattern to do that, but it's a knitted Fair Isle.
Mm. But that's is that a cal, a knit along? Sorry, a crochet along.
I don't know.
I'm sure it's some blanket or something like that. It is absolutely stunning.
That's from my parents.
Marion has shared 3 patterns for us to go and have a look at. All very different ones.
Oh,
They
thank you.
Really nice. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, the blue one is definitely free. You know how tight I am when it comes to spending money.
Oh, bless.
No, you're not.
You're very
This one-
generous.
Bye, Lindy.
Bye,
Bye,
Lindy.
Lindy.
Oh,
Safe
Enjoy
travels.
sharing them tomorrow.
Yeah, see you tomorrow, Lindy.
Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, yeah, she's packing.
Yeah, safe travels, Lindy. Linda has posted this. She's made an Entrelac bag, and I'm just like, wow.
I think
Yeah.
that's Entrelac at its best. Its absolute best. Who needs an Entrelac cardigan when you can make a statement bag like that?
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
It's those. My mum's just asked Entrelac. It's where you knit squares in opposite directions, and it makes that beautiful design. But what I didn't realize when I saw that bag is that it's. I thought it was. You know how when you normally crochet, you knit the bottom of the bag and then you crochet it round and round and round. I thought, it's not done like that. It's done totally different in a long panel.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Absolutely love it.
Stunning.
Beautiful. Margaret says, Margaret Callahan, hello, Gogglefrogs. I hope you're managing to keep safe and well. Many of you know that I volunteer for the Knitting and Crochet Guild's collection team. My remit is sorting and cataloguing yarn samples and shade cards. The box in the pics is full of yarn samples I've sorted over the last couple of weeks. I found these 2 treasures amongst them. Thank you very much, whoever donated them. If anyone would like to send more, please do so to the Knitting and Crochet Guild. If you're a Gogglefrogger who doesn't know about the guild, have a look. So I was just, we're going to be in the archive forever.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Margaret to tell me where to send them. I think I know where to send them.
It's on the post, Marion, where to send them.
She's put it on the post, right?
Yeah. So I think I know where these came from. I think they came from Trish. So one of them is the stocking, and one of them, I'm sure that's the interlude, because I'm convinced the interlude had red and purple in it, and Frogagoo doesn't.
Well, I'll do some of all that I've got, assuming I've still got the label.
So, yes, I can't believe that.
I know, it's fabulous.
Deborah has shared the Winwick mum link, which we were talking about last Wednesday, I think.
Yeah, they called it something.
Did we see these on Monday?
We did, but let's show them again.
These are the yellow and green sock yarns that we sell, but this isn't our own one. This is imported from America, and they come in 2 balls, and you either pull from the middle or you go from the outside. You could do opposites, but that's the pattern that you get.
And you get 2 perfectly identical balls of wool, so there's no trying to remember what colour you started off on. So they're both.
And then that's it. We're all caught up. So thank you very much. Do keep posting, folks.
Yeah, that's because we had one on Monday, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I'll try. I was hoping to post a little bit of a progress on the Japanese short rows, so I can actually show the different places where I have all of these. Because what you do is you go to the other end, 4 stitches less each time, and that's how you make the short row. And I don't know how you pick these all up or what you do. I'm just following the pattern, and you know what it's like. You've never done something before. I never read instructions through to the end. I am just saying to myself, do exactly what the pattern does. Stop trying to think about it. Just do what the pattern does.
Because if you did read it through to the end, you'd be scared and you wouldn't do it.
Exactly. So I looked at a little bit of a Google video today and I thought, okay, that sort of makes sense. I've got it in my head, I think. So, so I will post a little post so people can see how the Japanese short row works. And it is specifically, I believe, for lace weight, fingering weight stuff. So you don't get holes. It's really easy to get little holes when you're doing short rows. And apparently this is the perfect solution. So we'll see.
I couldn't think about that.
Yeah, with the first time I used German short row shaping, I was doing a shawl and it was bottom up. So I had all these stitches on, I'd done all the lace, and the main body was plain stocking stitch. And it said, now commence short rows. And I thought, I've done all this lace. Yeah, okay, go for it. And it was, I was blown away really how easy it was to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you had to do it, you know, right at the beginning, I might have thought, oh, blow it.
On the outside,
I'm not bothered with that.
Yeah.
Slowly.
So actually, we should probably ask everybody that. What's your, if you've done short row shaping, what's your favourite short row? But do you know more than one type?
Yeah, I was wondering whether it'd be worthwhile doing a workshop at some time on short row shaping, because I only discovered them a few years ago.
Yeah,
I didn't even know that such a thing existed.
I know, they're really quite, whoever creates these things, because somebody had to make it up at some point, didn't they? They had to discover it, create it, and honestly, it's just amazing, absolutely amazing.
It's like who discovered the wheel, or what made somebody make a Victoria sponge cake. Well, who thought of the idea to put flour, eggs, butter, and sugar in that particular order to make? Okay.
There's lots of creations. So I'll let you know. But let us know if you actually do short row shaping, if you've ever done it, or if you have a preferred method, or if you've just always stuck to the one method. I don't know. I've done German. Well, I don't actually know whether it's wrap and turn or whether it's German short row shaping. I think I may have been taught wrap and turn, because whenever I looked at it, I always thought, I don't like this because I can see I can see a gap. So I think I've been taught wrap and turn.
There is a very, very good YouTube video on German short row shaping.
Yeah.
And I always have to go to it, look out to refresh my memory as to how to do it.
Honestly, after I'd done one turn on this Japanese short row shaping, I had to refresh because I thought, now I'm on pearl and I need to do it. So never mind. It's one of those things for earlier in the morning rather than late at night. So I'll do a little bit when we get to Sheringham tomorrow, I think. But
You're sitting.
Jackie's saying that with regards to German short rows, Very Pink Knit does a great tutorial of it.
I actually watched Very Pink Knits on their Japanese short row, but then realised they only do it on the knit row. They don't do it on the purl row. And I was on a purl row, so I had to go to another video to watch that. I know. It's just like,
I have no idea what you're talking about, by the way.
Look, I'm going to be a bit of a party pooper and say it's just gone 9 o'clock. You two are off to Sheringham tomorrow.
we are.
Don't allow more of our guests, our interactees, whatever you like to call them. And I'm sure that they've probably got last minute things to do. And you need to be up relatively early in the morning. What's that? Your to-do list?
Only one thing.
No, there's 2 things on there, plus the pile of ironing that I need to do for packing.
No, Jackie, I'm not coming tomorrow after all, unfortunately. Long story short, Richard has finally admitted that he is unable to cope without me. that's a very long story short. So, without having a sort of care package in place for when I go away. So, and I didn't really have enough time to do that. So, yeah.
So real shame. You will be missed, Marion.
Thank you. And I will miss going as well.
I know. If you're around on Saturday, it would be lovely to see you on Gogglefrogs.
Yeah, do join us for
you want to.
I'm going to go out.
Oh, go out then.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to go out.
Busy.
And be busy. So I'm going to keep myself busy. This is why I wanted my fabric stash. So I can keep myself busy for the whole weekend.
Keep yourself busy, and if you need to go and do a little bit of shopping and spending.
Yeah. So that's what I'm going.
Oh, bless
so
you.
all of you thoroughly enjoy sharing them.
Can we go back a little bit? Sorry. I don't know what short row shaping is or does.
Right. So what short row shaping does is, if you think about a shoulder.
Yeah. This is short row shaping on here. You know how with the shoulder, you cast off stitch. Oh God, no, I forgot he hasn't knitted a garment, has he?
So what you tend to do is you tend to have a very noticeable seam to put a shoulder in place that fits. And with short row shaping, what you actually do is you mold the arm shape by putting in secretly hidden stitches to give it extra volume. So let me just show you this picture again.
It does a shape like this at an angle without any cast offs, and it's smoother as well.
Okay.
Like I've got no seam here because I've done it front and back. I've done a 3-needle cast off, so it's invisible. I don't know whether you can see. So it's an invisible seam for the shoulder.
So do you see there? What you're actually doing is secretly putting in extra stitches. So there aren't the same number of rows, but what you're doing is increasing the stitches that way, but you're secretly they are hidden. So there's no line. You know when you knit two together, or you get a line where you're reducing.
Linda said it's a way of making the back of a jumper higher than the front invisibly.
Yeah.
Does that make any sense?
Yeah, you can put in darts for the bust. You can make it wider around where you need to have a lot of extra volume. You can sort of create.
It's a wonderful technique. It gives shape.
Yeah. It gives shape. Rather than having a long, narrow tube for a sleeve or an arm, you're able to put in a shoulder and then let it go down.
Right.
Because and the way you do that is all underneath here. You're creating height in a very straight.
In my case, across the top.
Yeah. Or you will put in extra darts to allow a bust line. And you won't. And normally you would have darts at the side so you can see a line. But with short row shaping, it's totally invisible and hidden.
Okay.
So it's
a wonderful technique.
Things you can do raglan, you can do inset sleeves, you can do drop sleeves, or you can decide to do short row shaping.
If you wanted to knit a sleeve lengthwise instead of vertically, then you'd do short row shaping to get your angles.
Right. Okay.
Does that make sense there now?
Yes.
Sort of. I think it's easier to see something that's been done, and then you think, there's no line there. So it's.
I think this means a workshop in short row shapings.
I think so. And do you know what the interesting thing is? I have done a top-down cardigan, and there were lines in it. This is my second top-down. And everything, all of the increases, the decreases are totally hidden. So there are no lines. but there is shape and drape and fall. So yeah, it's quite nice. But
Very clever. Knitting has come on tremendously since I learned. I mean, it's incredible.
And since you learned.
Me too.
Yeah. Although the one thing I will always say, when it comes to knitting, the thing I absolutely hate and dread is buttonholes. There is no type of buttonhole that I've come across that for me is easy. I hate doing all of them.
There is a way. Janie Crowfoot showed us, and can I remember exactly how to do it? No, but there is a way that makes absolutely perfect buttonholes.
Oh, I did a workshop with 5 different techniques. I looked at all of them and thought, well, all of mine look.
Once I did this technique, my buttonholes look perfect.
Really,
absolutely
fabulous.
Perfect.
Janie Crow is the buttonhole queen, obviously. So we're all going to be looking.
This was a workshop that she actually ran, and she was there in person, so you could check that you'd done it right. But it's now 9:10.
We're 9:10. So some of us are going to.
Good night, everybody. Everybody enjoy sharing them. Have a wonderful time. Have a G&T or a beer or a sherry or whatever your tipple is. Not on me, but for me. And enjoy yourselves, and keep the 2 yarn shops busy.
I'm sure we will.
3 yarn shops.
3 yarn shops this weekend. Yeah. Gogglefrogs is there as well.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah. Well, in that case, you don't need the other 2.
We do. We need everything. There's never enough yarn in this world.
Well, Jackie says thanks for a lovely evening. She's off. Yeah. All those going to Sheringham, safe travels, and look forward to seeing you. Yeah, I look forward to seeing you all in the near future, and I look forward to seeing lots and lots of pictures of Sheringham and lots of lovely stories about the workshops you've done and what you've produced and what you've learned. And you can pass it all on to me when I can knit again.
Oh, lovely. Thank you so much, Marion. And a huge thank you to Robert for all of your organising and for making everything happen. So thank you so much.
I haven't done anything to make it happen.
You are you.
You have.
You're here. Thank you.
Right, I think we'll leave it there, folks. So
good night, everybody.
Later on Saturday, we are going to adjust the time, so you will get your email telling you what the time will be, and we'll see you soon.
Bye-bye. Good night.
Bye.